The male loneliness crisis is not vast enough. Okay, this is almost 3 minutes. Screenshot. Let's listen.
You just said that a huge amount of men between the age of 15 and 50 will not pass on their genes. They will effectively die out of the gene mating pool. So people will hear that, and many people will go, well, that's evolution.
Yeah.
But I want to understand if there's a counterpoint to that. Should society intervene? Why is, in the short term, we're going to have a lot of men who are disillusioned, that become incels, find themselves in pockets of the internet, are resentful, all those kinds of things. But should society intervene to course correct that? Should we put systems in place to make sure that those men meet partners?
I'm gonna answer that question with a question.
Okay.
If, let's say, a huge swath of people are dying out from cancer, should we intervene with that?
Yes.
If a huge swath of people are dying out from, like, a virus, should we intervene with that?
100%. Yes.
If a huge swath of people are dying out from genocide, should we intervene with that?
Yes.
Can I tell you, there's nothing more dangerous than intellectual men having a reasonable conversation about some of the most fucked up shit. Because tell me, what does it mean? Should we intervene with men not getting laid? What does that look like? He says it's like setting up systems. We have that. It's called dating. Is the system one in which they're guaranteed women? And his little co-host there, who I do not know, at another point in the interview talks about the fact that, maybe men know that their genes are going to end with them. And so the aggression we're seeing from men is their inner panic. I'm sorry, what? So it's our fault they're aggressive. Also, are women's genes not equally important in this? Because both sides would be having a problem, not just the men. And how interesting it is that they almost predominantly talk about men. They very little talk about women in this interview. Like, intervene how? Like, Handmaid's Tale? Like, what are we talking about? There's actually so many systems set up to help men. The patriarchy was made for this. I knew Diary of a CEO was going downhill, but god damn, saying that men's aggression is because women aren't sleeping with them and they know their genes might die out. And one more thing, comparing the lower birth rates to a sickness or a cancer? What are you talking about? If anything, it is a symptom of the cancer, which is the violence against women, the mistreatment of women. That is the thing that needs to be cured. That is the thing that needs intervention. Like, what?
I was waiting to see if she was gonna say something like that, because if women don't want to be near those violent, aggressive men, the work that they need to be done is to seek psychologists to understand why women don't want to be with them. If whatever aggression that they have, they could sit down and listen and be treated and make people show them or make them see what is wrong with them and try to change. But you see some of them out there, they're so aggressive toward women. Women don't want to be in a violent relationship. She's right. Let's see some of the comment. Truly, okay, I don't want to read long thing here. Absolutely none of the weirdo incels out there are upset that their genes aren't being passed on. They absolutely are. I often agree with them, but what I see many boys and so-called men believing they have access right to a female body and her labor in the home. No female wants that form of a partner. Fancy living with a man who's demanding, has terrible hygiene, bosses you at home, then demand. I'm fascinated how some men discount women's health, bodies, when that's when humankind grows. You think ensuring women are at peak health, not age health, will ensure stronger genetic and humankind, but that's not the focus, because statistically, it's men doing science on men. It's never their fault. For them, the problem is somehow outside of them and their control, which tells me they aren't ready to be in any relationship and they should focus on course correction or die alone. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, this is a little bit politics. All right, let's pause. George Clooney left us for dead. George Clooney and Arnold Clooney granted French citizenship after concern of raising children in Hollywood. I don't know. Did I share this on my community board? Because I saw it a while back. When I first saw the article, I just rolled my eyes. And I'm like, the thing that they did to talk about Biden not fit to be in office and all of that, he's part of the problem. This is the thing with the Hollywood. When you see, okay, these are the secret ones. When you see some Hollywood people or making blockbuster things, you have to wonder, what did they do to get that? Yes, I understand his family, either his father was an actor before, there's some root within the Hollywood. But I truly believe there's a give and take in Hollywood. You give me something and you do something for me. So I don't know, I'm just saying, because each time I look deeper into some people you thought who had decency, who had certain ethical kind of thing, and then when you see them do something, you be like, what? And you start plugging certain things together. What I'm saying may not make sense to people, but I've said it in past video. There is something within Hollywood. When you see people who've done blockbuster movies, whatnot, there is something they had to give in order to get that position, and then in return they have to do something. In my humble opinion, his thing is to talk against Biden and then to change the mind. But they didn't get African American. But let's listen to him.
Oh, hell to the no. We needed an Amber Alert on George Clooney because his old ass done fled the fucking country. This dried up piece of turkey jerky took a jet to holiday and sucked citizenship in fucking France and left us for fucking dead. Remember when your ass was telling fucking donors that Joe Biden should drop the hell out? Yeah. Your ass was loud than a motherfucker. All because he fumbled his debate performance. Remember, our whole democracy came down to that entire debate performance. It was the end-all, be-all. You know, fuck the last 3.5 fucking years. I just want to care about the last 90 motherfucking minutes. I don't give a damn about him lowering the price of insulin. I don't give a damn about the American investment. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn that he cancels billions and billions and billions of dollars worth of student loans. I don't give a damn what the stock market is talking about. I don't give a fuck about my 401k. I don't give a fuck about the fact that inflation rate under Joe Biden is lower than most G7 nations. I just want to remind y'all that them pussy-ass fucking pundits said the debate performances apparently determined who the president was going to be. Well, if that's the motherfucking case, Kamala Harris' dog walked the hell out of Donald Trump. He was stuttering and saying that immigrants were eating cats and dogs and actually admitted to having concepts of a plan, not an actual one. As we talk about Kamala, did you know that this old, weak-ass, wrinkly bitch is only 4 years older than Kamala, but his ass look older than Joe Biden? Who abandoned us and left California is because the motherfucking SPF motherfucking rays are burning your motherfucking skin, looking like a raisin in the motherfucking sun. I don't know, every time I look at you, I want to read Aunt Jemima. Oh, bitch, you bring your ass back here and you suffer with us.
Oh, my God. He has a YouTube channel, so you guys should follow him. There's a comment I read in one of my videos saying, when I was talking about something, you know, the political atmosphere in the US, it's so toxic. This kind of thing could give you depression. And someone responded in the comment, you know, this is your channel, this is your platform, you talk whatever you want. Yes, I understand that. But occasionally there are things that I see, I felt like I need to share it with you. When I did PYTE, my thing was to talk about politics because that was when I was starting to see certain things happening. Okay, you see patterns of things. And my thing was not to go full deep into politics. Is when I see certain things, I'll raise certain issues or make fun of it, whatnot. If you go on PYTE, like the very beginning of PYTE, you will see some of these videos. So now the atmosphere of the US politics is so toxic. When you look at it and when you really pay attention, it could bring you a lot of depression. So I don't go too deep into that anymore. I have to take a peek. I have to look where we at. So later on, I could make somewhat informed decision when it's time to vote or whatever decision that I need to make. Or it could be just me buying stuff for my house or something like that. So I have to look occasionally so I don't be in the dark completely. So it's not like I'm pushing back against what the person said in the video. I actually recommend that the conversation. So this is just me saying, what I think about it. All right. And for those who probably not paying attention to politics as well, I might raise certain issues about politics. You could go look further, do your own research about it. All right. So let's go to the next tweet. All right, next tweet. This is about Venezuela. This is another topic that's going on in the U.S. Okay, who's ready for World War III? Venezuela's vice president just got sworn in as the president and took off for Russia. Let's listen to what she's saying here, because I saw the beginning of this, the Venezuela situation.
It is so clear that the Trump administration had not a single clue about what came next after they captured Venezuelan president. Because here's what's happened. The vice president of Venezuela, Darcy Rodriguez, she's been sworn in as president of Venezuela. She immediately said that President Maduro's reign as president was valid and that Venezuela would use all of their resources to protect Venezuela, its land, and its people.
The other thing as well, that thing with Venezuela, okay, past videos, it started with the issue with Guyana about land and whatnot. The UK sent warship down there to make sure that the US don't get involved with the dispute the manufacturer issued, that they created it while Biden was in office. So Biden had his own issue dealing in the US. He didn't do anything because that wasn't his problem. Between two different countries, that wasn't American problem at all. But the UK made sure to send warship to protect, to make sure that the US, this is the way that I see it, the US don't get involved. Because what they were trying to do is to secure, to put Moderna over there, okay, as president. Because I don't think he won properly, the same way Trump sort of won the election in the US, and I think it's the same way the Venezuelan won, Moderna won its presidency. We could put question mark. A lot of people there were dispute, okay? Keep that aside. Now, whatever happened in Venezuela's election, it's not American problem. Whatever happened in the US, it's American problem. What Trump did in terms of the election, it's American problem. Okay? Keep that in mind. Now, while Moderna was in office, this is my interpretation, okay? The way that I see things playing out. The UK over there, securing its former Commonwealth or colony, so the US don't get involved. That's the way that I saw it. But like I said, Biden has its own issues, didn't want to deal with that. So that didn't happen. So now, while they want to make sure Moderna stays in power, whether it was legit or not, okay, Venezuela's problem. Now, after Trump got in office and they give him full immunity, what I think is happening, all the other superpowers or European countries or whatever nonsense they want to take care of with the dummy the US put in place as president, they send it to the United States to do the dirty work for them. Trump is working for other people and put American lives in danger. This is a work they probably pay him to do. All the GOPs, all the Supreme Court who gave him that immunity, they all part of it. Okay? Trump is going to be the one who take the full blame. And all the mess he was doing in South America, bombing those, boats in the international waters, all these are illegal. All of these were illegal. But he was trying to create, manufactured to incite violence. And it didn't happen in the US because African American is just staying back. Because African Americans said, this is not our battle. This is their issues. So that kind of angry uprising to disrupt the way things are then happen. So now I don't know what's gonna happen. Again, like I said, they put Moderna there, so Moderna will just, so when the US decided to go, there won't be any resistance. And they failed to recognize the vice president, what's happening. I mean, I've been saying this. There's thumbnails that I have, and I said, we are in a war right now. Nobody's paying attention. People don't know they are in war. But we shall see how this move forward. All right, let's listen to her. Let me move it. Let's start all over.
It is so clear that the Trump administration had not a single clue about what came next after they captured Venezuelan president. Because here's what's happened. The vice president of Venezuela, Darcy Rodriguez, she's been sworn in as president of Venezuela. She immediately said that President Maduro's reign as president was valid and that Venezuela would use all of their resources to protect Venezuela, its land, and its people. Guess what else? She's in Russia right now. That's right. The acting president of Venezuela went to Russia for protection, and Russia has denounced the United States. Who else is aligned with Venezuela? Iran and China. So now what has happened is we have tried to take the leader of a country, and that country stood up and said, no, he is our president and we are going to fight you. And now they have allies all around the world. This is the dumbest thing in a year of dumbery that I have never seen the likes of. Guys, this is really going to be the situation where the United States is about to learn that we don't run the world. They didn't have a plan or a clue about what was to happen next. And now they have just set it up for the entire world to be opposed to the United States. And maybe that's what needs to happen at this point. Maybe that will bring some sense back into this country and about where our place is in the world. Go out there and love your neighbor.
I mean, it was all set up. They knew that. All right? They're trying to grab all the other countries to fight us. But the thing is that it's the same group of people who's doing it. The MAGAs type of Trump mindset, the rich 1%ers, the Tories in the UK. Many people will say, don't get the UK involved. They are part of it. Oh my God, there is so much going on. They knew that was gonna happen. They just wanted the U.S. to do something so the country will be against the U.S. What is this? I thought I closed that. All right. Next tweet, and this is my last one. Oh my God, I need to. Oh, did I read some of the comments? Oh, somebody else is talking about it. Okay. I fought in Iraq and Afghanistan. I buried brothers for lies about WMDs. Now I watch Trump bomb Venezuela. No Congress, no plan, just oil, power, and greed. Yeah, usually people who are outside of the U.S., an act of war, when the United States is calling for war, they have to go to Congress. Congress have to approve it. I don't think Trump did that. All right, let's see here. Let's listen. 3 minutes and 12 seconds.
What's up, everybody? Major retired Richard Ojeda here, and I need you to stay with me. You need to hear this. I served 24 years in the United States Army, and I can tell you right now that the attack on Venezuela this morning feels really familiar as a combat veteran that served in Iraq and Afghanistan. On my back, I carry the names of brothers who never made it home from war because our government told us that there was weapons of mass destruction that did not actually exist. They sent America's sons and daughters into a war zone so they could topple a dictator that was supposed to have those weapons of mass destruction. This morning, the Trump administration bombed the capital of Venezuela with no congressional approval, violating war powers to give away Venezuelan oil to Exxon under the guise of liberation. And I know what comes next because I've seen it. I've seen what happens when politicians light the fuse and don't have a plan for the chaos that follows, because I lived that reality when I led troops into battle in Iraq and Afghanistan. The Trump administration says this is about drugs. Give me a damn break. This is the same president who just pardoned one of the largest drug traffickers in the entire world less than a month ago. And just today, he openly stated, we're going to run Venezuela, occupying a sovereign nation until a new government is in place. The truth is, this attack is about power. It's about oil. It's about a regime change. I know what it's like to look an 18-year-old in the eyes who's afraid to die on a battlefield. Donald Trump and his administration don't care about our sons and daughters that will lace up their boots and head off to war in the name of patriotism and ultimately die because of corruption and greed. They don't know the weight that it carries when you have to pick up a phone and tell a mother that her son is never coming home. I do. My wife Kelly does. Thousands of service members who have draped the flag and carried their brother's casket to its final resting place does. And we will not sit silent. They say this is the end of the escalation. I call bullshit because I've seen this con job before. They beat the war drums. They promise it'll be quick, and then they feed you lies. The next thing you know, you're in a forever war that costs millions of lives for the next 20 years. I don't want another forever war. I don't want more Gold Star families. I don't want America's sons and daughters dying to satisfy the greed of corrupt politicians and their donors that never pay the price. So here's what I need you to do. Comment no more forever wars below in the comments, and then get on the phone and call your Congress members. Demand accountability. Demand an end to the illegal use of military force. Demand that our representatives stand up to the tyrannical war criminals in Washington before we end up in another war that costs thousands of American lives. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.
Yeah, whether Maduro got in power the right or the wrong way, it's not America's problem. It's Venezuela's problem. Phew. You're wrong, right? Okay. Whatever happened, it's the way he did it, it's not right. It's not right. What else? Okay. Yeah, or pathetic. America bomb Venezuela, capture Maduro, American Venezuela. Okay, let's see this one. 56 seconds.
Right now. It is 2:35 a.m. and Pete Kedsbrook, fucking cosplay G.I. Joe, is literally bombing Venezuela. You guys didn't stop them when they were bombing boats in the ocean. You didn't stop them when they fucking took a tanker off the coast of Venezuela like a bunch of fucking pirates. You guys didn't say shit when they bombed Nigeria less than 2 weeks ago. What the fuck are you guys doing? We are the terrorists. We are exporting error to the rest of the world. What the fuck is it going to take for you people to remove this dementia-ridden patient who needs to be in a fucking padded cell at this point? We're bombing Venezuela right now.
That guy who's screaming on the other side, he doesn't know what's coming. I mean, this is not for me to say Maduro was a good person or not. I don't know. But I know there were issues of his election. But that's Venezuela's problem. But what America did, it's not right. And you know what we're not talking about right now? Israel. We're not talking what Israel have done in the Middle East. And the other thing as well, when before all of this, before Trump got in power and things like that, when the military used to tell Congress they don't need any more weapons, but the GOPs always say yes, they need weapons. Okay, so this is what they're using their weapons, making America look bad. I mean, what happened in the Middle East literally destroy lives, turn that place to rubble. I don't think God will ever forgive America and Israel for that. Many of us turn a blind eye. Well, this guy who's running in Venezuela laughing and happy because he didn't like Moderna, at least you know what you had, but you don't know what's gonna happen next. You know what? Let's leave that alone. This is my last one. This one is like a LOL kind of thing. Hopefully I could see it large enough for me to read. All right, this is the caption. There's emojis laughing. All right, so that video is only 15 seconds. It asks, who is telling Grok people's business? All right, so they ask here, it's very small. Grok is a AI for X when you want to ask them a question to verify certain things, so Grok will correct it. Okay, they ask Grok, please remove the royal wife who's living in an unhappy marriage. Okay, so this is Kate and this is Meghan. And Grok responded and left Meghan. I wish I could see. Let me see if I could find the original one. The squad are laughing. This is a classic. There's that. People are laughing. There it is. Even funnier is the next comment. Okay, let's see here. Clock it. Haha. Caught that, did you? Grok edit game is on point. What's next? Okay. Okay, let me see if I could find the original. OMG, I can't believe it. I found it. There it is here. Okay, at Grok, please remove the royal wife who's living in an unhappy marriage. Okay, so there's Kate here and there's Meghan. And Grok responded and left Meghan. Clock it. There's that. Aha, caught that, did you? Grok edit game is on point. What's next? The squad are just laughing. There's that. Oh shit. This is the original one. Let me see. 41 people retweeted it. Okay, a lot of people are retweeting. The way Grok clocked this, I am hollering. There's that here. The squad are laughing. No cap. There's that. Y'all need to stop. Laughing my ass off. The squad are just laughing. These are the people who retweeted it. Okay, so I happened to quote one of them and I went to the original and I see it. Okay, so that's that. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. I thought I had like 4,845. Now it went back down. But anyway, so that's it. Thank you for watching. Okay, and a few. I have to go take a shower. It's already 4 o'clock. I have to take a shower before I wake up my kids going somewhere. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
Find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.